Hey everyone, how you doing? Good, I hope. Good. So today we're going to be continuing our album reaction little series that we've kind of started here. This is going to be the fourth one. This was a recommendation from my friend Alexis, who told me that her favorite album is the one that we're going to be listening to today, which is called Teen Dream is the name of the album, and it's by the band Beach House. So just full disclosure, I know nothing about this band. I just pulled up the Wikipedia page of this album just to get the track listing that you kind of see in my screen right here. And I pretty much saw that it was, really well acclaimed and has kind of won a lot of awards and been put on a lot of lists. So that's literally all I know about the band, is that this specific album, maybe didn't do extremely well at the time, but is looked back on really, really well. And I also know that the band is formed in Baltimore, so that's cool. The way it works again is, so this album has 10 tracks. Just to keep in the spirit of the past reviews I've done, all those albums have had 11 tracks, so we're going to use the 10 main tracks on the album as well as the bonus track called Baby. So I listed all 11 of those out. I used a random number generator to pick 3 of those random 11 songs, and those were set aside to watch live with you guys and react, and for me to listen to them for the first time on this video. And the other 8 songs I listened to earlier today, and I'll give you my quick thoughts on those without having to listen to the entire song. So that's how it's going to work, and let's get started. I was really excited to truly come into this with no prior knowledge of this band at all and just kind of see where it took me. So the very first song I listened to was track number 1 on the album, which was called Zebra. And actually, this is not going to matter to any of you guys, but the first thing that came to my mind when the song started with the kind of guitar riff was this band that my friends formed in college when we were all at Temple University in Philly, and the kind of like nice, bright, kind of distant kind of guitar sound that they had. It reminded me a lot of those good times back then. I got hooked on the song as soon as the singing and the drums started, and in general, for the first song on the album, I thought it really had a good vibe. I really kind of was just grooving with it. Track 2, Silver Soul. Interesting start. I think it had like an alarm clock kind of situation going on. I loved, again, the guitar that kind of was a little bit trippy, kind of sounded like it was coming from far away a little bit. I think kind of the whole song, if I remember correctly, kind of sounded like distant like that, which was cool. It was definitely a very, almost like surreal kind of feeling. The song specifically was a bit repetitive for me, but again, I liked the vibe of it in general, and based on the first 2 songs of the album, I can tell it's going to be a really chill kind of album. Number 3, another one that I listened to earlier, was called Norway. I thought the harmonies and the backup vocals were really important to the song and really made it really enjoyable. The guitar work this was the first song where the guitar work was actually like technically really impressive, I thought. And I thought the song kind of built well from beginning to end. It got powerful and louder and all that stuff. Number 4, another one that I listened to earlier because of this random number generator, didn't hit any of these 4. The beginning of this song was called Walk in the Park. I didn't say that before. Immediately the beginning of this song hit me with Fits in the Tantrums. Like really old Fits in the Tantrums was like very much like this, like kind of that organ kind of sound, like a pure organ sound at the beginning. I thought this was another song that from Beach House on this album with really good backup vocals and a really good kind of very simple but very, meaningful drum beat. It was just like a really consistent kind of beat. Number 5, this is called Used to Be, track number 5. And this one I have not heard before, so we're going to be listening to this one together as friends, and I'm going to be giving my reaction to it. So, also, just to make sure, because I've had some problems in the past with songs that were issues with copyright, and I either had to mute that part of the song or I had to speed myself up at that point to, and that kind of just made it weird. So I picked like a live version, so hopefully it won't cause us many issues. So I believe they said that the song starts at 43, oh, there it was, at 43 seconds, 40 seconds. So let's go back a little bit to 40. I kind of pre-selected it. I'm going to go full screen because it's a video, and we're just going to listen to it, and I will react to it. I assume the live version will sound somewhat similar to the real song, so this one is called Used to Be. There we go. Once the full screen actually works. Let's go. Now I know it's a guy and a girl. I like that kind of old school piano they're using. It's almost like a southern style. I hear some backup singing, which is nice. Good harmonies. They have a percussionist as well. Oh my god. Are we really buffering, dude? Come on. Don't do this to me, internet. I'm reducing the just in case, just to make sure it actually loads. I like her look a lot. She's really cool. I love that high-pitched guitar riff going on. Again, it's like a really kind of, almost like a surreal vibe. Who needs shoes? Who needs shoes? That breathy head voice actually fits really well with this. I like it. Again, I think all the instruments are fitting in really well together. Was that it? Oh. Yeah, I guess that was it. Cool. Cool, awesome. Yeah, that was really cool. I would love to see something like that live and just kind of be like, just vibing. It's cool. Okay, once this finally works, The next song, that was track 5, used to be. Track 6, called Lover of Mine. I thought the piano progression at the beginning of this one was super cool. And then I noticed, maybe for the first time on the album, that this one had like kind of a syncopated drum beat, which I also generally enjoy. Honestly, if I remember correctly, I think that was maybe my favorite on the album, at least the ones that I listened to so far. The second verse like kind of dropped everything else except the singing and like pretty much the guitar and the bass without the drums, and I thought that was really cool. It kind of isolated those instruments, and it made it totally different from the first verse, and then by the end it all resolved together and it had all the instruments kind of back in together. I thought that was really well done musically. Number 7, Better Times. This one I remember had a really, really good bass line, like the most impressive bass line out of any of the songs so far. It was almost maybe the first song where the bass line was really kind of center stage of what was happening. And then again, the guitar kind of riffs, the distant sounding kind of guitar riffs were good. I thought the middle, like instrumental section was really cool too. That was track 7, Better Times. Track 8, 10 Mile Stereo, one that I've never heard before, so we're going to be going at it right now. And again, I think if I remember correctly, I set up a live video. Oh wow, yeah, Conan O'Brien. So hopefully this was uploaded to YouTube by like a totally random dude and not like a record company or anything, so hopefully we're good. But this is 10 Mile Stereo from 2010, so that tells me that at least how old this band is, if not older than 10 years old. But yeah, let's go. Let's do it. 10 Mile Stereo. I'm going to reduce the quality again just to make sure. Because my internet is internet. Christmas Conan. I love Conan O'Brien, by the way. He's one of my favorites. Late night talk show. Probably my favorite. Oh, that album is almost blank. Very white album by the Beatles with a little bit of pink. Okay, so there's 4 for this live performance. Yeah, she's badass. She's cool. I love her cardigan? Whatever it is. It's cool. And I kind of like how she's actually not really like dancing. She's very like still, and it kind of fits again with the vibe, like the really mesmerizing kind of vibe. So you really just focus on the music. She's not distracting you in any way with any sort of dancing or whatever. It's cool. They started with just guitar, then just added singing. Now they're adding the piano or whatever, the organ sound. And then they'll be adding, I assume, the percussion too. Oh yeah. Nice, I like this. She almost looks almost like French kind of vibe. I like this a lot. He never wears shoes, huh? I guess that's his thing. It's awesome. I mean, it's just like four people who barely even need to look at each other to kind of get each other's vibes. I keep using that word, but I think it's pretty appropriate word for this album and this band from what I've seen. Nice. That was legit. Let's promote their album now, Conan. Conando. Okay. Cool. And we're going to go right in from track 8, 10 Mile Stereo, to track 9, Real Love, because that's another one that we're going to be listening to together. Again, this was a live video from a radio station uploaded by some dude with 1,000 subscribers, but seemingly a random guy. So, let's hope it's okay. Also a radio station in Philly, so shout out Philadelphia. Oh, cool. It's just the audio then. Cool. So this is called Real Love. Beginning got me hooked right away. Wow, look at that like to dislike ratio. That is perfection. This is really cool. Again, like, I come from, being in choirs my whole life and kind of singing like in a more like refined way, I guess. And usually you don't want a woman to have such a breathy voice when she goes high, but man, this girl just kills it, makes it work so well. It's so impressive. If I could say one negative thing is that this is the 9th song I've listened to on the album, or the 9th track of the album. I can't really understand the lyrics too well from any of these songs so far, but that's probably just me listening to it out loud. If I had headphones in, I'd probably hear it better. I like it. It was big, it broke down, now it's just the singing and a little bit of percussion, and then it blows up again. That was awesome. 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 That was like very like dreamlike. Again, that's definitely a theme of this album for sure. Okay, so we have two more tracks left, both of which I listened to earlier. So that was track number 9, Real Love. Awesome. That was awesome. Track 10 is called Take Care. I thought it was the cool way that they kind of faded in the song at the beginning. Actually, based on, it's funny because I just talked about in the last song about how the lyrics have kind of been not quite clear to me so far. This number 10, Take Care, was the first track where I really actually took notice of the lyrics. I thought the lyrics were really cool and really, again, same vibe as the music. It kind of fit well with the music. I thought the chorus, how it kind of double-tracked or like emphasized the vocals, was really powerful, I guess would be a good way to describe it. And then considering this is really the end of the album, I thought it was the way they kind of ended it with like the bum bum bums. I forget exactly what happened there, but I remember thinking that it was a really good way to end the album and really just wrapping it all up. I don't know. I thought it was really cool. So that was the end of the album proper, but apparently the iTunes Store bonus tracks, that's how you know how old this album is, when people are still on iTunes. The extra track was called Baby, so I listened to that one as well. I think I kind of get why it was an extra track. It didn't necessarily fit the vibe exactly of the rest of the album. It was a little bit more, almost like a little bit more emotional and a little bit more slow. Like it wasn't as dreamy kind of like the other ones were. But I thought it was really cool how, like, this could have been the last song on the album because I thought the organs kind of, like how the organ piano kind of faded out at the end, was a really cool way to kind of like, again, kind of just to like wrap it all up and kind of just leave you like in your thoughts as the song ended. Yeah, so that's it. That is the album Teen Dream by Beach House. It says all lyrics written by Victoria Legrand. I assume that's the lead singer, the girl, and I guess when I said she was probably French earlier, it kind of sounds like she is based on her last name. And then Alex Scally, who is probably the guitar player dude with the longer hair and no shoes. But if that is the two of them, the two main people, then props to them because that was an awesome, awesome album. Especially like this morning, the sun wasn't out yet and it was kind of just like a dreary kind of start to the day, and like the way this album kind of resonated with me in that way, it was just kind of I don't even know, it's so hard to describe. If you know this band and you like this band and this album, I'm sure you know exactly what I mean or what I'm trying to communicate, but it was just really, really chill. So that was really cool, and thanks to my friend Alexis for recommending such a cool album. If I'm in the right mood, this is definitely an album that I will come back to for sure. It was really, really cool. Yeah, so that's it. I hope everyone is doing well. Hope everyone has a weekend packed with stuff to do, but without having to go outside or leave the house. Yeah, and I will see you guys next time.